Hello, this is Jake Light, gaming lawyer at your service. Once again, back with another session of Ace Attorney Investigations. That's last where we left off. We were being how do you say? We were surprised by the Interpol with a bunch of these goons, and he did a. I think I should have commented that they really. I guess I never really pointed this out in previous titles as well, but the police just straight up arrest people without saying any of the rights, doing any of the necessary processes. It's just like, yep, you're suspicious. Let's back you. Let's back you. No need to do all the necessary cautions and all that. But yeah. I don't forget my team meeting later. They are too lazy to write the same line every time. I don't think they even write it once. Don't think they ever did. There's like, not even like, you have the right to remain silent or something on it. There's nothing like that. Well, you know, that's totally how the police should work. Actually, you know, then again, it could be how the police will actually work in real life in certain places. Classic and HK dramas, indeed. But yes, we're gonna continue more investigations, I think, at least from what I can tell. Yes, but then our prime, I wouldn't say prime witness was arrested. I wouldn't even say nah. As in not prime witness, as in what was the guy's name again? I don't even remember. Man, not good with remembering their names. But yes, probably there are way more reliable evidence and all that, because he's kind of like a dead end. There's not really anything about him. Anyways, let's continue. Let's continue where we left off. Oh, we're here. March 13th. Oh, we're very close to March. Well, as of today's recording, it is March 9th, I think. No, not March 6th. Oh, sorry, March 6th. Yeah, March 6th. About 6 days from now to the game's actual date. Anyways, chase out like a pair of peasants. Shit. Oh no. How do I do a voice again? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Kay. Something even thieves should never steal. You know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite. What should the thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever. Okay. Steal a life, totally, it's not killing. Yeah. It's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never be truly hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. And apprehend a murderer myself. Alright, I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I'll still never say she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate a real scene of the murder. Mr. Oh no. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium. Hurry, sir. It is supposed to be a hush hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? Yo, what did we tell you about leaving your signposts? Oh, the jig is on. Mr. Edgeworth, remember, I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. March 13th, 1:42 p.m. Stadium. It's a pink mobile. I thought there was a witness here. Yeah, I don't see anyone. It's Edgeworth. It's Sky, is it? Long time no see. You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? I didn't know. Well, I guess she did appear here. I just forgot. This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. I thought it was all that would be in this case as well, unless I misremember. I don't know, maybe she does appear? But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. I think this is a younger self of Sky, I think. Because this happened before Apollo Justice. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. It's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. Knowing what happens to her in AJ. Yeah. But nothing happens to her directly, I believe. At least. I assume this is not a badge of mobile. Yeah, it's a different color than Blue Badge's car. Yes, this is the retina searing pink model. Retina searing, okay. You say that, but you know, you're wearing pink clothes as well. Edgy boy. I guess not as bright as pink as this one, but you're wearing pink. It's not red, you know. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in the past few years. Is it maroon? Debatable whether it's maroon or... It's probably close, but I would say it's pink. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Freddy. And I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. Okay. So, why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break, and then I heard that you come back too, so I raced on over here. I really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I tracked you. I have a GPS. I have a GPS on you. Is she saying she stalked him? I used this to track your footprints, and I followed them straight to you. Yeah, sure, footprints. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine a special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified little glass in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Okay, how does she know which is his footprint? Yeah, totally. It's a footprint. She followed the footprint from the airplane all the way here somehow. Totally, Miles just like walk all the way here. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Also, is she time? What? Oh yeah, I guess during that time this is a 3DS. That's literally a 3DS. I can see that it has her initials on it. Who puts an initial on it and then puts a love sign above it covering the initial? That's so weird. What's she typing though? Can't tell what she's typing. Anyhow, Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess, it's been a murder, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? What's that off in the distance? Oh no! Yes, I think you know. We all know who this is. He's not the witness, which means, yeah. Oh hey, it's the pink badger. Badger cat. Tough love. Badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance. Okay. Ah, it's old Wayne Bag. Wendy, old bag. Ah, no, I need to do her voice. Okay, let me think how do I do her voice again? I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore. You're... No. Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to put... Oh no! What did she say? She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief. Edgy poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really? I was trying so hard to keep this kid's dream alive by staying in character. You couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of a roundabout way of talking, so I'm going to just be direct. I had a bad feeling before. I just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Mr. Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now I'm just a Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag. You can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you? Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. Oh boy. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met? I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do. Unlike the youth of today, I get called in all the time to feeling when there aren't enough hands. And enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get a chance to see you again, and here you are, talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter when they're young girls. What did you start to happen with you? You don't see what I do. I reach marriage 18 years. What he is, he's and see permission degrees. I can't do that, man. This is way faster than the last time. Let's go, whippersnapper. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Miss Edgeworth. Hey, please. I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't. I don't think fate is going to be so kind today. I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is a witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. The old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. A moment after murder. You mean to say you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Okay. Immediately we jump into the testimony. I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. The old guy's unreliable witness. Looks like we hit a jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tack on Andy as opposed to me, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. I was about to say old bag. Okay. You came to the stadium, okay. You took a break from being the Pink Badger. You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come to take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of a dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. So, what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting? Oh yes, that. Well... In that area, okay, you saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much about beyond that. Did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. What is this? Insinuating like I'm not gay. Totally not gay for, you know, that guy in the blue suit. It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just fowls compared to a stallion like you. I thought so. Little of them had lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Okay. Gunshot. Person fell down. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Absolutely. The gun made a terrible racket when it first fired. You didn't try to help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help. Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, the testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So, about this new problem. What is that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like. Oh, it's those kind of phone. Oh man, so old, so old. I used to have this. I think it was a What was the brand called again? I think it was Sony. Sony something, but I'm not sure which one. I had a phone just like this. But it was red and white. What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is a secret weapon of a great thief. Ah, I should have known it would be worthless. Oh, don't be like that. Hee ahem. Whoa, okay. That's some sci-fi sci-fi shit going on. What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood. Damn. What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on info I inputted into Little Thief. Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... Let's see. Miss Oldbag said that the two men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Ah, so with this, you can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. See? So what do you think? I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. Not just tech thieves, you know. I don't think normal people have this technology even now. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu that I revealed to y'all now, and now y'all have to die. Indeed. I mean, what? Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony. You got it. You really catch on quick, Miss Edgeworth. Right now, this simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in this simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. When you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so just let me know, okay? Begin investigations. Alright. Let's look at him. It's a silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer? I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief. She has a point. Why did I ever ask that question? It was so dumb. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Missing item. You mean blood? I feel like the only missing item here we're talking about is blood.
Take that!
This is the contradiction. Is something wrong with my recreation? If this is a real scene of crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony. Itchy Poo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Phew. It's because... Yes. The victim was in a costume. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing costume? So you really think that Mr. Deacon was on one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there's a very good chance that he was. And that he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes. And Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of the ground. Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprint? Also, that's some pretty thick costume, damn. If the bullet didn't pass through the costume, is what I'm assuming. That's why there was no trace of blood at all. I mean, if the bullet did pass through, also pass through the costume, there should be traces of blood, even maybe a bit out of the costume. But this is, yeah, if this is the truth, that means the costume's pretty thick. Costume's pretty thick. And also, the problem, yeah, it's thick enough that the costume doesn't even break. That's the other alternative explanation. It doesn't pass through the costume from behind. Yeah, so many bots. Okay. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. How about you? Can you do something with footprints, since you followed my footprints so well? This is amazing! Just feel the power of science. That's this, yes. Is guy with the fetish or something? Is Emma Skyler? Anyways, Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints. Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed. You know, now that I think about it, you know, in Uphold Justice, she also was like very enthusiastic about feet. Anyways. Yes, well, can you detect any trace, even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area. Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Whee! Okay. Hey, I found something. Look, right here. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put the special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then, we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing costume at the time. How convenient, there's only one set of footprints of the costume. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. Okay. Is this all that necessary? So, the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now, something else has caught my attention. Whee! What do you want? Okay. Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. Again, the same thing? That's the same thing. So, does this mean that Miss Oldback's testimony has a contradiction in it? Yes, I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation. See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Elbag to put into the recreation. For that, we must first find a contradiction in her testimony. Okay. Actually, what's a contradiction? And so then saw two men facing each other in the area. Okay. There was loud crash and the person who was shot fell to the ground. Press this again. Claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Absolutely. The gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart etiquette. Okay, it's the same thing. I'll just press everything. Okay. Well, what? Don't you have anything to say to me? No, not especially. You're so cool, Edgy Poo. That is exactly what I like about you. You sure are one tough cookie, one part unshakable and one part scary. What's that smart mouth of yours, Missy? What do you know about my fragile heart? Okay. Knowing what we know now, thanks to your recreation, the contradiction stands out like a giant sore thumb. Precisely. It's all becoming clear to me. Let's clear up this issue with some well-presented evidence and get this over with. Facing each other in that area. Do I have new evidence? I feel like I don't have new evidence. Wait, I do. It was likely wearing a... Okay. So... this is the problem, because if that person was in a costume, how that old bag knew the other person was a dude, a guy. Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Furthermore, I've not a matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. What? I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all. But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier. The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in a metaphorical sense. I see our witness still has a screw loose. The metaphorical sense. Okay. The cushy sits in the second tier reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you've gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even a victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw two people. But I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. Stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know? Not like when I was young. People that was old man. I can't do that. Okay, maybe let me do this instead. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young. Young people called me a guy. When back then I could spot a good man from 100 paces away as I walked down the street, just like that. Of course, they also noticed me in a flash and tried to make their move. But I'm not easy. I was a graphic girl with a judgmental eye. But I never could look over my sleep me by. If I didn't, if you could have seen. Okay. I can read that fast, but not fast, so fast with that speed of scrolling. Damn. We're still single. Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay? You got it. Begin investigation. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. Silhouettes can change depending on the information I've been put. A little thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. You may even find more info if you wish to make a more accurate scene. Alright, sounds like a plan. This is stage shadow, right, or something? Looks like they broke the stage down. Stage was packed up. The stage I saw this morning in the center of the stadium has been packed away. I guess this means they are done for the day. Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. And then I guess I need to put these two together, right? Yeah. Chong. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. You want me to input that of info into Little Thief? Yes, if you please. Okay. Recreation. There's a contradiction. Let's look at this. There's clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my nines. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time. Yeesh, I told you I got it. Do you even feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage naturally. Right, Miss Olbeck? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See, now let me update the info in the simulation. If that's the case, I guess it would not correlate with how he got shot. Bum bum bum. Because the bullet went from lower to higher. Oh no, it's that dude again. Yeah. Bullet entered his abdomen, exited through his shoulder. So yeah, that's the problem. Alright, it's Lang again. We have to do Lang's voice. Well, well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You told. Sir. Oh, he actually goes and unpack all the stage. And there you have it, you see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Mickens is the killer? Of course, even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. Okay. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Mickens lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Mickens of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he's the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark. You see, thank you for your understanding, my little crow girl. I'm not some common crow. I'm Niyata Karasu, the Raven of Legend. Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Yeah, that's the obvious contradiction in his statement. It's this one. Shouting from the high. Can I just present the evidence? I feel like I can just present evidence, but let me just press, just in case. So you agree with how our recreation turned out? Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time. Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage. Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own? Or maybe there's a completely different reason. What does it matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on the stage and shot the victim on the ground below. Okay. I'm just gonna show evidence. This is how it got shot and explain this. Yep. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. Oh, well then. Let me just recreate the scene from my brain. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Ugh. And yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction. You're discounting your own conclusions? No, this one is the only flaw. This was a mistaken parameter in our recreation. The killers and the victim's locations. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Why? How? If this is what happened, it also explained the positioning of the gunshot wounds. But then, what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Wing. Ooh. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. You know, that means an old bag could be a prime suspect, you know? Anyhow, wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. A bit of proof. I asked you to take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. And he used the car to move the body to garage in the Wild Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The three-tiered tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Batmobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Dun dun dun! Is it? Or is it not? Let me press, I guess. I don't think I have evidence for this, do I? 3 tire marks. What about a shop of 3 wheels parked inside a Wild West area? Yeah, I can't examine this. This is just a picture. Nothing in here. I have to agree that the Blue Batmobile has 3 tires. Of course! The only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop. Are you forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto Batmobiles. Agent Lang? Of course! I didn't say it could be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them in this just to complicate things. Okay. Sorry, visitor to a shop. Visitor blah 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 blah. It's another tire marks over there. What tire marks are we talking about though? The tire marks? Yes, the tire marks. The one that's behind the stage. Oh, now I see it. They were hidden up until now, but the various pieces of stage equipment is for when they were made. Must have been made by after rain had begun to fall, correct? Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Batmobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I say it's a Blue Batmobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too. Isn't that important? The muddy part? Because I don't see mud. Do I see mud on this? I don't see mud on it. The 3 marks I blah blah blah. Sorry, still shop. Getting stolen was just a lie. I feel I have to press everything. Of course, if you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct? Of course not. Well, that was blunt. But suppose it is a lie, it would explain a lot of things, like his movements and his whereabouts. So the Blue Batmobile had committed murder. So, you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Batmobile. It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet and with rain. Officer Meekins committed a murder. And why is there no tire marks on the Wild West area? Besides the Blue Batmobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved. Recall what the Wild West area looked like. Only the Blue Batmobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I say that's proof. I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. There's some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard to that scene. Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams. Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. 3 tire marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Batmobile the only thing capable of creating such pattern? My guess is... Hey Neon! My guess is... the muddy party. The muddy was just like highlighted like that and then... Yeah, it should be this time, alright? I'm gonna present this. If I'm not right, I'm gonna look up. Yeah, I'm not right. Blah 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 statement is wrong. Blah 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 blah. Get destroyed. Okay. I know. I don't care where it can humiliate me. You know, I made a mistake. I know what you said. I know what the thing is. I just don't know what exactly. I'm supposed to present, okay? Don't sue me. This is the problem with the game. Don't know which statement is correct. I feel like this. Oh yeah, there's still quite a lot of stuff to do here. Second statement: present the Blue Badger Mobile. Why? Do I have to? Wait. You know what? I think the clue is actually looking at the tire marks and the tire patterns itself, I guess. Let me see.
Hold it.
Okay, show me the tire mark. All right, that was so subtle, man. Yeah, very subtle. There's the tire marks. Looks different, right? As opposed to the tire marks. Oh wait, the crime scene.
Objection.
But damn. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been met by Officer Mickens' Blue Badger Mobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves the Blue Badger Mobile had never blah 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 blah. Had never been to the station? Yeah, it's about the tire not being very clean, right?
Take that.
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. Yeah, I'm correct. This game is dumb. No. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stand out as very peculiar indeed. And how do you explain the tire tracks, a genius? Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Elbeck's pink mobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second tier seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto Badger? That's right. There's one more parking space inside that garage. It proves the existence of a Proto Badger Mobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badger Mobile post haste. There must be still some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Hey, did you hear something? Hell! Help me! Blah. Oh, I'm guessing this is the sun. Are you alright? Wow, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the room I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. And stop dying over there. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces. But one was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops in this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kids say just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out of our crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Ugh. Again. You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, Old Bag is also angry at Lang. Oh, no, 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 not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. Don't call me to testify, because I won't. Not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maidens? My, you little rascal. You sure know how your way into a woman's heart. Damn. Old Bag is not loyal at all. Lang Zi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy smashy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll leave you with Miss Oldbag. Miss Oldbag, if you want her so much. Edgeworth is not gonna like warn him about Oldbag even. But yeah, finish one part. It's a good time to take a sip of water. Guilty. Also, I apologize if this is not how you imagined Lang's voice is like, but I don't know. He said he's like Interpol from Hong Kong, so I'm like trying to do a Hong Kong accent. Anyways, more. Back to the Wild Wild West. Looks like we got the boot again. If Lan's safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Mouse, my boy. Oh, I know now. Damn. Okay. I know who's the killer. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Amano. We found him earlier in the stadium. Then my little Lance is unhurt? It's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. Also, what's with that band-aid, eh? He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a... Talk to her now. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, that's a tough one. You can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've been gone through. I suppose. If they were me, then... Blush. I believe you say that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. Okay, she licks it. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Ah, it's so wonderful. It's a candy, apparently. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop for lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Amano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world on the Pegasus. And she licked that thing again. Is that sanitary? Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. Now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Ring pop. Yeah, I don't think I ever had the candy like that, but I know it does exist. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. I'm gonna say you're too old for a ring pop to be during your childhood. What? No, it's just that I don't know. Don't think I ever wanted one, maybe? But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live, yes. Lauren, live. This ring pop was the thing in my childhood. No, ring pop, I guess it's still around, maybe. It's still a thing. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. I had to drop him. To say that it don't taste good though compared to actual candy. Ah, yeah, probably. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because I kidnapped him. Oops, my women's intuition. You base everything on that. Also, what did you just say? Nothing. I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. Lush. Ugh, she started fantasizing again. Alright, surely. Do I have like evidence like shock her or something? And then like it's an indication that she's the killer or something. Do you know about this? If I show this to her, she'll probably just go on about another one of her fantasies. Okay? You're not going to show it to her, then why not give it to me for safekeeping? I won't do anything of that sort. Right, let's not talk to her then. Talk to the old man. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still shocked over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? Yeah, that's a sus. Oh, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? My dear Lance Armano, may I come see you again, your beloved Viola? Viola? It's Viola. Actually, what's the full name of this girl? Lauren Pops. Tenderlander Loan Company. Tenderlander Loan Company. Lauren Pops. Oh, so that's a pun because of candy? Okay. It's a very simple love letter. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. I was gonna say, why did it look like some shock loan letter, but it is one. It's from a loan company, Tenderlander. Looks small. Oh, Viola! Okay, now I recall who she is. She's also from Apollo Justice, right? Oh, wait, she's not from Apollo Justice. It's from the third game. The third game being the first trilogy. It's from a loan company, Tenderlander. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Bum bum bum. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get everything now. With this, we know everything. The truth of it all. So, what are you going to do now, Miss Edgeworth? We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Kidnappers isolation room. Kidnappers hideout. Isolation. I think it's a kidnappers hideout, maybe. Obvious locations, kidnappers hideout. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking the officer over there to let us in. Oh yeah, right, it's from the third game. Yeah, Viola. It's the girl that was together with the guy that pretended to be Phoenix Wright. Forgot what his name though. It's the Red Phoenix Wright. What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual or ordinary, sir. Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir, roger, sir. It was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What is this? Colin Devore. Bom bom bom. The man in this picture, isn't this Oliver Deacon? But the name here says Colin Devore. The same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devore was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. It just so happens this piece of paper has an information about his dominant hand, which is right, and his height is 5 feet 8. That's pretty tall. Weight 123 pounds. They're pretty thin. He's pretty thin. Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penn E. Dan parent prison. What's that pun supposed to be? Don't know. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. Oh, okay. We thought he might head over where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. Bom bom. This is becoming very, very sus. I think I'm getting the entire picture now. What? What was he doing here? Is that a pasta pun? Is it? Like al dente? And done? Pendant? No. Pendant! Pendant prison. Because he has a pendant. He literally has a pendant! He has a pendant. Anyways. Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? His police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Starting with kidnappers' hideout. Dang, it does nothing. Okay. What something? Did you do something? Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first. Think later. More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then, the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Can I explain a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked on tight when they went to check out that room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir. It does nothing. The pendant. Okay. I see. I guess that means I get Ancient Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. So this is the other side. So, this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. Oh, you were tied up for a while in the room next door. Hee hee. Okay, please, once you bring that up again. Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Kidnapper's hideout. This suspicious bag of something. This must be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes. That's so sad. It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. Costume hideout, there is a trash bin for old and useless costumes. Oh, they have barrels like this just outside. Yes, and... I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them? There's an expectant gleam in her eyes, and about to dash. Okay. What's this? What have we here? It's the sword that we got bonked with. Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for, or something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Okay. What about broken mirror? Child, Miss Edgeworth. It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? What about this? Oh, I can investigate. There are 3 cups. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like those only 3 cups were used. Yes, totally means 3 people drink from 3 different cups. It could never be one person just being wasteful and pour 3 cups for himself. And not drink any of them. I wonder what this key is to. You got me. Reminds me of the key we found in the other room. That's it. This must be the key for one of those trapdoors. It wasn't a trapdoor. We only call it one because you quite literally jump into it. Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I'm not having this conversation with you. Okay. 3 chairs. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table. Yes, totally means there are 3 people as well. Can't be anything else. A map. A poster of Gatewater Land is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewater Land has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? It's not. Nothing else, I think. So we should also look at the hole, I guess. Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room too. It's not a trapdoor. It's an entrance to an underground passage, okay? I know that. The door leading to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison door through here. Totally that's what happened. Beyond this door is where the kidnappers held. It's the kidnappers who held you after getting the jump on you. Must you keep reminding me? It's a room where I got to see your awesome face. what's Miles Edgeworth's face? You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. Damn. Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state. Oh, whoever lined this up did perfectly. There ain't even a single hair off. I'd feel bad using this because it'd be like stealing the perfection away. I suspect it's more like you would want to be the one to put them away. His face of fear. Alright, I guess we've done with asking everything, checking everything. There's a keyblade in her hair. Yes, a keyblade. A key pin, if you would say. Bum bum bum. 3 cups, folding chairs, connect with each other. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed, something isn't adding up, literally. Is it possible there is a 3rd kidnapper Lance didn't see? These 2 can be connected? I don't know, man. Let's try. It's not. Alright, so I'm missing something. This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it to open. Oh, okay. So this is still the thing I need to investigate. That doorknob handle thing is looking pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. That's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what that officer had told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Bum bum bum. The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful where you step, okay? Only fell into the other opening once, you know? Okay. Right, I think I get the picture now. It's the broken sword is because of this. Joy. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and everyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the police outside say that it took 10 men to get it open. The door that was locked tight, despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, this sword that is actually made of actual steel, even though it's used for the theme park. Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. This sword is totally not made of foam at all. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Also, and the person who bonked Miles used this sword as well. So Miles probably need to check up, you know, with a doctor or something about, you know, having permanent brain damage or something. Because he just got whacked by a steel sword, even though it might be blunt. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. What is it? Well, Mr. Atwell, am I correct? What are you doing, suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badges also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out there first and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Proto Badger, get! Alright, only one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? did you forget? The photo rally, duh. See, look. Now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done. Ah, yes. I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. Where is he going? He's a pretty sus person. Chekhov's gun for the rally can end up being useful. What? It's a guard! Where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A Bad Badger costume is missing, sir! Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it. I heard about how they were stolen. They say that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use. So who are you? Can you tell me who you are? What do you mean by Bad Badger costume is missing? Why, just what I say, sir. We are 1 Bad Badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park, the other should be in that room. We do shoot photos. Okay. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's to say show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badges must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. And doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means that a kidnapper stole 4 costumes in total. And are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. The stolen ones, you mean? What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist? This? Is that obvious?
Take that!
You've had 4 people, and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume. Wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal Pink Badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badger costumes, but the question is, why? Because the other one has blood or something. Right? Or something. The second Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be the closer at hand than we think. What do you mean? That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right. Let's get it out there and take a look. Bom bom bom! Where'd the gun? As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. Rest until it's blah 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 blah. Inspect the hand. Very obvious hand. Look, its hand is hurt. It looks more like something was ripped off of it. I guess we just deduce it. This. I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun! Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I do not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought. The rip itself confirms my hypothesis. The gun was forcibly removed. It's a proto-badger. The gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our kidnappers also had need for the model gun. My dear costume friend. Bomb bomb capable of firing blanks. Yes, recover health. That was it. I've figured out everything. Maybe? I don't know. I think we're about done with this room. So what's next? Well, we found a few answers. There are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, okay? And what do you mean by let's go? Go where? Mr. Ashworth, sir. Oh, that police officer just gave a salute to Gumshoe, while the other one doesn't. Very nice detail. Gotta hurry, sir. Come on. What is it, detective? We found a blue battery costume down in front of the main gate, sir. What? Isn't that what our other kidnappers was wearing? There you go. That's why you've got to come down to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Warpoint or sir. Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. Oh, I think we're going to be finally at the final part. That was a very short part. Alright, let's go investigating. Before that, let me hydrate. Oh boy. We're gonna finish the case. The case I've totally figured out everything. Also, this thing. The cardboard badger. Ah, memories. It's still the same cardboard badger as well, right? Because you know the hat, the ear, the hat is like broken. It's Gumshoe's thing, I believe, as well. It's Gumshoe's first design or something. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? This looks more like cartoon sea monkeys. Yeah. Just on the other side of the folder, sir. There's a pendant. Was it out here in the open all along? No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We will be out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. And let's get down to it. Yeah, just look at this. What do we have here? Oh, it's not a pendant. That's two treasures in one day. How lucky is that? Oh, that's wings. And then this is a horse. Combined together, they are Pegasus. And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum and silver too. Another pendant on top of the other one we found on Mr. Deacon. It's possible that it's this too. Hold it right there. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? Ugh. A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence. How can you tell? Look here and read off what you see. Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this. Lauren. She never bothered to change her name. Okay. I changed her name fully. Lauren D. Luffy. Anyways. I... Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper. Lauren, these pops. Damn, good one. No, you don't understand. Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers. Lads. Bum bum bum. Oh, okay, so now I know what's going on. I'm dumb. You're kidding. Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers. Yes. Pops, like Popper. Pop. Yes. I wasn't playing much change, so I'm actually lost. Oh, Lance is like telling Lauren like, how could you kidnap me? Totally. It was me. I held Lance hostage. You just got so lost. Now it's very easy. The plot is Miles got a call from a rich CEO telling him he needs help. So as a good little prosecutor boy, it's totally not corrupted, goes and help the CEO to find his son has supposedly been kidnapped, and using his own not going through the proper channels, he uses his police force, Gumshoe and the others, to help with this really badly planned sting operation, maybe, I don't know what you call, to pretend to give the ransom of $1 million to the kidnappers, but it all failed because Edwards is dumb, never looked back behind him of that really huge ass costume, Badger bonking him in the head, lost consciousness, and he's all in this mess right now because you know, he was a good little boy for the CEO. Police force got you. Anyways, so now here we are, figuring out who's the killer, who's the kidnappers. But it's obvious, you know, the kidnapper is the butler, the maid, and also the victim himself is also a kidnapper. So we'll figure out everything, you know. It's pretty obvious by this point, but yeah. So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over. Hey, guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Heh, again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time? Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Mickens was your suspect. Huh. We found it. Found what? The officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are. Who are you calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. I'm sham. Yeah. So, Officer Mickens has been cleared of all charges, I see. And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it. Ha 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 ha. Thanks for the confession. Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed. Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Miss Lauren Pops. Yes? I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today. From the kidnapping to the murder. Yeah, I remember the case now, but I don't remember the murder part. Okay. But why? I'm a kidnapper and a killer. Isn't that enough? Oh, why are you trying to cut your own hair? It's fine. If you're the one who's behind everything. But only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? I've had a change of heart. I think I enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear all about the evil deeds you committed today. Miss Pops. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Armano would pay anything to get his son back. After all, everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Okay. There, are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least just respect that much. Miss Pops, is what you really said the truth? Yes, it is. If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in a confession. About the thing where it was all the plan of the Deacon? I don't think so. Press. How well did you know the victim? I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house. A few times? That's it? Yes. If they only met a few times, I don't see how they could have trusted each other. You hardly ever talk. And how could he trust you not to steal his plan? That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he was especially close to. Isn't that right, Sheena? Yes, however, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself. Ha! I bet he didn't see that one coming. Okay. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong, but still I have to press this because this is a lie, maybe? You knew. How did you know something like that? Oh no, what should I do? Okay, what's wrong with her now? Come on, isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall the stern-looking one. That's why you always be unhappy. Maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare. Mind your business, Kay. Now then, Miss Pops, let's continue with your testimony. Yes, of course. Nothing wrong with that statement. Thing was going advance, got money. Let's press this. Would you mind telling us a little about the plan itself? Well, first, we captured Lance. How did you do that? Well, Mr. Deacon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. And here I thought you knew how to steal people away. I shudder to think what you would do with such knowledge. Sorry, I really don't know, but somehow Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but... Turned out they tried to kill me. Okay.
Hold it.
why do you think he did? I have no idea. I mean, he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops. Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning? Was that ever really likely to ever happen? Should I raise an objection? Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely. Huh? I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you. But why? We were totally strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money. Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you? What do you mean? You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can even show you this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon would have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. The dossier? I feel like it's a dossier, but I could be wrong. It's either dossier or the other two bandits. I'm gonna try the dossier.
Take that.
Okay, no, it's not that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, this is not real. This part is not right. It's on fire gun, isn't it? I don't think so. I don't have the gun for evidence, right? No, 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 no. This is not relevant. We're not even sure if. Yeah, we are definitely sure the old man, the butler, isn't using the gun. Okay, blah 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 blah. I don't want to read this because it doesn't happen. Didn't happen. Okay. I know. No need to like give me some vague hints about it. This one. Let's press it again. I made a Chinese finger trap. Scrunchy. I think it's this, and yeah, if it's not that, it's this. Why are you showing me this to me? So, what about the pendant? This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
Take that.
These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree? Hey, you're right. They're the same color, and they're even made of the same material. I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Shall we give it a try? Wow, it's totally Pegasus. But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's? Well, smart lady, I'm sure you can imagine why that might be. What? No, that can't be. So, the tollmaker said, eh? It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything. You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is a piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. This one. Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devore, the name that is etched on the horse pendant. What? An alias? I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense, given what is written in Mr. Devore's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. The specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind blah blah blah. True meaning behind the independence. That's here.
Take that!
Mr. Devore had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops. It's a lie! That person was not my father! He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even, such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot? Ha 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 ha! What is so funny, Agent Lang? You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you? What are you trying to say? Your thinking is too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility. Is that so? Well, let's hear it. Another possibility? I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. The two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Won't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? So this is his version of how things might have been. You don't have any proof that they didn't know of their true relationship, right? And you're saying that the two of them committed a kidnapping together? That's right, as one really rotten family. Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence. Another possibility. Okay, nothing wrong. Knew the fact. There's no coincidence that the United Pair became involved in the House of Amano. Okay, do we have some sort of proof behind this or something? Evidence relating to this matter? I don't think so. Would have made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Okay, I'm gonna press this one. Maybe we'll have more information. Like, I don't know. One as a butler and one as a friend of the son, you mean? They probably thought that was their best shot. Is that what you honestly believe? Of course! We talk about this meeting? You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives? Can you think of a better partner? They're certainly a clever pair. The butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect they were in fact family. Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well. I feel like they are intentionally hiding the fact that there is another third kidnapper. With this statement, I believe you're being a bit too confident for someone with no evidence. Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary. Ugh. Without evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong. This scenario is certainly a probable one. You better hurry up and do something, or Lauren's gonna wind up looking really bad. I know, but first things first. Is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? Is a crime really committed by two of them, by this father-daughter pair? Yeah, I need to present something that indicates there are three instead of two. I grant you that two of them are father and daughter, but it's impossible to both knew the fact. There was no coincidence that you and the pair became involved in the House of Balmero. Good plans. I feel like it's this, but do I have evidence to say that there were three involved? I the kidnappers stole 3 costumes. Yeah, this one. So... present?
Objection!
Yeah, correct! This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone. And what kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers. 3? Son! Yuppie, Samsa! 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Knock! Knock rated! Oh, why is the sidekick not working? Why not working? Oh well. It's damn, it's so janky. How to do? I'm doing it. I hope I'm able to do it. Is it working though? Now, streamer bot crashed some time ago. Bloody hell! Let me do this first. There's a different way to do a shout out. Wait, not this one is also a shout out. Bam. Can you? Okay, let's close itself. Now I'm turning it on. The clip should be working independent of the streamer bot though. I don't know why it's not working. Knock. Clip work please. If you know work, I need to find out why you know work. Okay, works. Hey, it's this clip. Again, I think.
Nice.
Damn.
A double squish? Holy fucking shit!
Oh,
Cyber, what the fuck did you just do?
it just
You
triggered
got a
twice.
triple bomb and a double squish? You killed
Oh
everyone!
no, double voice.
Holy fucking shit!
There's two of them, I guess. Where's the other one? I need to destroy the other one. Destroy this one. A double. Yes, welcome. Thank you for the raid knock. Hope you had a good one. Also do this. See, just so it works again. Also, I'm pretty bright. Sticky business? Oh, what's that game? It sounds kind of sus. Sticky business. But yeah, if you thank you for the raid, and if you need to go sleep and all that, please sleep. All right. Play. Oh, okay, that's strange. Now I'm not bright anymore. Don't know why, man. So janky. Anyways. But yeah, thank you for the raid, and anyone else that needs to take a break as well, rest and all that, like Cyber and Rebel, probably, I don't know if you're here. Take care. Oh, ads is already here. I guess it's time to get back to the scene now. All right. Who is this mastermind? I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. Lance! Lance Amano! Ikaw madye! Yes, this abduction was, in fact, schemed by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two, what was a woman? However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. But I know I only saw 2 people. This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them. Yes. About when you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Xu Langlong is from Hong Kong. I believe fake Hong Kong. Or at least it's just, you know, I believe it's something about like, oh yeah, Zhengfa or something. Republic of Zhengfa, but Interpol, I'm just, it sounds Hong Kong to me, at least. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? Don't you see how innocent I look? Lance's testimony. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded, the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed. It was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Through the underground passageway, I presume. Are you okay? Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet. How can you not? Why do you look at me with icy daggers in your eyes? Because he's a prosecutor, and because they are all like that. I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. Shish. Oh man, I wish they added like Cantonese lines or Chinese lines so I can say them. There is a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push it a little. Okay. Kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. Okay. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I had rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. My skin ran away from that room as best I could. Maybe about the rain. The kidnappers disappeared. The room fell into a sudden silence. I had been left behind like an unwanted mutt. What do you mean by unwanted mutt? What a pointless question. It's not like he's going to tell you anything new, you know? It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. You may look refined on the outside, but it's not good if you are not refined on the inside as well. Also, what's his name supposed to be like? A pun of, I still can't get it. Lance Armano. I have no idea. My head. Okay. And those cuts of on your wrist. I suppose you are still cuffed in that case. I'm well aware of how I'm chained to reality. Lance Armano. I couldn't find a key, so I'm afraid I'm stuck like this. Even though I escaped from that jail cell, also those cuffs are so big you can just slip right through it. I escaped from that jail cell. I will forever be a prisoner. Lance Mano? Amano Lance? Amano Lance? No, I have no idea.
Hold it!
By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper's hideout, correct? Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know that until I made my escape. Then, you were in the same room as your kidnappers. They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. There was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared. I could tell they were nearby, so I didn't dare make a move. Okay, let's just press everything, just in case. Can you tell us about when you were abducted in a little more detail? It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm. And where were you when you experienced this calm? I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to laugh at that. Our family garden, of course. Where else could it have been? Well, excuse me for asking. This child is more princess than prince. I was out taking a walk to shake off the morning blah. Then out of the blue, someone from behind clamps a hand over my mouth. You didn't see your attacker. They must have used some drug to knock me out. Because before I knew it, I was off in La La Land again. When I woke up, I was in the kidnapper's hideout already, all tied up. I guess this is the last thing I have not pressed. How did you manage to escape? I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked, which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape. This is a contradiction I'm looking for. I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. It's wrong! You're wrong!
Objection!
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really? We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open, right, Shina? Yes, that's correct. Then take a look at this. What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that. Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held by this sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape? Why did I? I was disoriented. Lang's a name, a pun? I think it's just a pun for wolf, because you know he talk his manner of speech and all that always has some sort of, you know, the wolf, and then he's been described and as like looks like a wolf for some reason. I don't know which part he looks like a wolf, maybe his hair, but yeah. His name is literally wolf as well, but it's Shi Long Lang. It's Shi, I guess it's just like his surname. Long Lang is no, actually in this case, Lang is the surname. Shi Long is his Shilong is his first name, so his given name, which is funny because, you know, Shlong. He has a Shlong. His name is Shlong. Anyways, Lang is wolf, Long is dragon. Anyhow, yes, that's it. I didn't notice it. as if I should accept such bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like a victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison for your very own. You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way. What would that be? A motive? What else? The Chinese characters is actually that. So literally, Dragon Wolf. Do you honestly think that an upright pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself? This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime. I believe it's this. To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collection bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance? Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man too. Must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh? Alright, I give up. I abducted myself. Lance! It's over, Lolly. In this... Lolly? Is Lauren just like... I guess it kind of sounds like... literally lollipop, I guess. Man, lollipop. In this life, we really are bound to our fate after all. Lolly. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that $1 million. But now that dream is over. Totally, yeah. The $1 million just is not to use to like settle the debt. Oh, Lance. Then you are giving yourself up. Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. He turned on you. Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in Blue Badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekins saw was Miss Pops. But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a badger costume, took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. I had no idea that they were related, so I thought it could only end badly. I still don't believe it. The Persian was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father. Lolly, then it really was you. Bong. That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumbled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life. Bum bum bum. I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you? Ollie, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was. What she says is true. Are you saying she's lying? Well, why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve? You would be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, okay? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What I mean is, listen very carefully to a confession once more, and you'll see. You'll see. I actually don't really see, but we'll see. There was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with $1 million in it. Okay.
Hold it.
That was the ransom money, wasn't it? Don't really see, but we'll see. It's about to say. Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me. What did he tell you? Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and had run off with the ransom money. And how about he had a gun? Alright, let's go. Amy and shoot me dead.
Hold it.
Were you able to clearly see the gun? Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me? Do you really think your father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't know. I don't want to believe it myself. It's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Left arm? Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought. Miss Pops, please calm down and take a deep breath. And then would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time? Yes, of course. Yep. Bum bum bum. Our dude is not left-handed. He is right-handed. Is she getting reached by Edgeworth? I have a dossier on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed. Huh? And then the person pointed a gun at you from top of the stage was not Mr. Deacon. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun was his left. Miles Ridgeworth. Isn't it possible that he went down like that? Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? And again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it. Enough with the smartness, out with it already. Miss Pops told us earlier. Suitcase. According to you, the Bad Badger had a gun in his left hand. Would you mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand? Is that correct, Miss Pops? Yes, exactly. I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. He had those huge sunglasses on its face. But if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction. Yes, even someone for me who is so dumb, so stupid. Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger. And yet, the Bad Badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. Both are correct. They are both correct. Impossible! That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction. How is this guy on double skills? Don't know. I guess by looking cool. Miss Pop's entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. What if that bad badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? This proves that there was a way for the bad badger to freely use both of his hands. This one, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else but this one. Oh no, I'm wrong. No, this didn't happen. No, blah 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 blah. Okay. Say the bad badge had a gun instead. But that bad which costume has a mortar gun attached to his right hand, which is what created the contradiction about which hand had a gun. False untied to the rest of the fact he has saw guns, spear. Wasn't wearing pants. What was he wearing? Was he wearing a different costume? Pants? Oh, costume separate into hand and body. This bird was left in the isolation room. The costumes have two parts to them, a head and a body. Oh, I get it now. The head Miss Pop saw was probably really the head of the bad badger. However, it is not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger. A different badger? Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. I feel like it's probably lower half. The ones that are stolen. I think it's this one, right? This one. Wait. Yeah, wait. I'm trying to think really hard. It's just 3 of this. And I don't recall. Oh wait. Yeah, this one was found. This is what Lauren Pops was wearing. So it must be this then.
Take that!
What the heck is it? It's the Proto Badger. Yes, it's a simple matter of process elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. The pink badger is one of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is a Proto Badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the Proto Badger costume? That would be Lance. Dashing. Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Armano donned the bad badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon. On top of which, he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing the hideous thing. The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing that she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh? There's but one reason, Lance Armano. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon. What? No! That's slander. Take it back. Take it back right now. Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand? I'm left-handed. What does that have to do with it? Anything? It depends. According to Miss Pops, the attacker held a gun in his left hand. Ha! Who is what-handed doesn't prove a thing. Another evil lefty. Oh no. Oh no. Are you left-handed, Neon? Or Naomi? And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right? Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. Oh no, you're left-handed. I was born left-handed, but my mom forced me to be right-handed. Now my left hand is super useless. Is that actually possible? I didn't know that was possible. Damn. I'm right-handed. I guess that means nothing. Anyways, I believe he had thought of that as well and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet. This.
Take that!
We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. Hey man, I have something in common. Used to have something in common. That's how my grandpa was raised. Damn. And that something is the model gun that a Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks. What? Miss Pops, where is the gun you used now? I threw it away into the sea. That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Did I ever use my left hand for a circuit, or my right hand is way more agile? Apparently my mom was born the same way, but she can use both, but not for writing. Not efficiently yet, anyways. So possibly, you know, you can still use it for doing something else. Your left hand to do something efficiently with practice. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question. I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture. I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high. Okay, let's pretend that you're right and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor? I don't know yet. Ha! I knew you were full of it. However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame. Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance. She saw the victim in the state of being restrained. I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in a room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape. So, Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right? We thought that it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Doc Lance on my cell phone. Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time. And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pops saw the victim with her own eyes, which means that the victim was still alive at the time. Would you agree? Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail. Examine it, which is code for press. Okay. When exactly did you arrive back at the hideout? It was after we had picked up the ransom money. Where were you up until the time you returned? I was scouting the park out and making preparations for our escape. I walked around in various areas looking for the best route. So each of them had their own roles to play. Yeah, I'll be back if nothing goes wrong. Alright. After I was done, I went back to the hideout. Okay, subdued and restrained. How did Lance look at that time? Well, he looked shocked. He also looked a little down. When I saw that sadness in his eyes, Thank you. That's enough for now. And what of Mr. Deacon? What was his situation like? Room next door. Sounds contradictory, right? You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw? Yes, I'm certain of what I saw. Did you go into the other room to check? Lance said it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul. Then, are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself? I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a Bad Badger's hat on. I'm absolutely sure. This had to be Mr. Deacon. She saw a Bad Badger head. Aha. Aha! This one?
Objection!
You're wrong! Miss Pops, the only person you saw... Sorry, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all. Huh? The person you actually saw was this person. Me. It was me. It was me, Dio. Huh? The person I saw was you, Miss Ashworth? I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I had handed over the ransom? Ta-da! It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken $1 million and ran. In the end, there was a point to it all, to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And that was the reason for which I was abducted. And I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right? That's... You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a Bad Badger's head on. And then made your costume escape together. Or so you pretended. Huh? What do you mean he pretended? Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape, and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the Bad Badger head from my unconscious self. To create this fake prison with a prop sword, he then escaped via the passageway. Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth. Tidal wave. We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. A victim's betrayal and its subsequent detainment. All of that could have happened while you were out cold. That's right. You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor. Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied to that beam. I'm scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Ashworth. You'll see. It would seem that you can't prove a thing. Who said that? No, the father. Please, wait. It's Amano. Ho ho ho, Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all. And lads, it's not good to cause trouble for others. Dad? Let's say, you are the one in charge of the investigation, correct? And it's Amano, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you. Oh, do you now? Bum bum bum. Is that what I think it is? It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing, and a gun. I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found this myself. It appears that it was disposed of in the sea. Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law? There. Now, Agent Long, please calm down. Huh? What the heck is that scrap of paper? This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit. It says, damn, that's some corrupt bullshit going on. What? The Chief of Police? What the? Just who does he think he is? The person who wields the highest authority in this area. Oh, there. Now, there is no need to be so upsetty, Spaghetti. He's the Chief of Police? I think he just has connection with the Chief of Police, right? Yeah, he has really close connection with the Chief of Police. Hey, I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your country. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, Lang. When Lang said, just who does he think he is? Yeah, because Lang's an Interpol from a different country. So he's a police officer from a different country, I guess. No. This wasn't meant to strong arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land. I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence. Its value remains unchanged. Alright, now, let's take a look at this new evidence. I've already got the results back. I've had a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the tests. Yes, damn. This Amano must be like a very powerful crime boss or something. They verified that the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren. What? You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you have no reason to left to push my poor boy around. That's it? These are the case-making pieces of evidence? Ha, I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, let's investigate this. What's this? Looks like there's something inside the costume head. Hey, they sparkle. I bet they are really valuable. Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. Why are they in here? Ta-da-da. Okay, how about the gun? Could this gun be the actual murder weapon? It's already stolen from God by victim during escape. So this is the gun that Deacon has always had. There's nothing here. There's a bullet hole here. This bullet hole. It looks kind of burnt around the edges. Wait, those burnt marks were left by the gunpowder. This is the most important fact. Why is that? Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Point-blank range.
Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen?
Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. No, it doesn't. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. Oh yeah, now I see. It's like he's peeking. He's peeking, pretending to cry or something. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. Fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Oh no, this isn't helpful at all. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. In the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That may be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie. You warned me. Why won't you believe me even in the face of all this evidence? Don't totally trust me, bro. Just all I want to do is watch you turn into a giant woman. Make no mistake. Okay. It proves that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. Okay, but Oliver was also after Lolly's life. But even if I see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. How does Oliver... Don't understand. Okay, I'm just gonna press them. Those fingerprints, I'm sure they belong to Miss Pops.
There's no mistake about it. Through my connections, I had the best forensics techniques money can buy perform.
I find that to be a bit peculiar.
What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Why not? It doesn't hurt me. Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Potts' prints should be on that gun to begin with. The reason why Miss Potts' prints should not be in the gun is... oh, I feel like I got bamboozled. We had thought in my head that the stole a gun, but it's this one, right?
Take that!
Nope, apparently it's not. God damn it. Either that or it's the other one then. I'm gonna look up a guide. Okay, wrong evidence, right statement. Ouch. Okay, press. Skip. There's an objection. Glasses. These were found inside the victim's costume. Why were they there in the first place? It's either this. No, it's not this. The stolen costume, Bad Badger's head, or the Blue Badger Bible. It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon, because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Oh yeah, why didn't I think about that? I'm dumb. Oh?
But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints.
Sorry, I'm turning to Gumshoe. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time? Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house. To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pop's prints found their way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Armano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right? You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer. Oh, Lance! What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. So worried that I must tell everyone she's the murderer. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not a real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. I think it's this thing, right? Go back here. This mirror fragments. This piece of evidence proves that the real crime scene is not in fact the stadium. No, bloody hell, give it. Bloody hell, no. Okay. So, well, blah blah blah. There must be something that invalidates it. Okay. Think. If the murder did not happen at the stadium, then the scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below, there must be something in the event. Invalidates it. I must think clearly. Firing blanks used to the. It's not committed at the stadium. It's committed somewhere else. What would be the thing? The gun? Scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below. Victim being Deacon. I feel like if it's not a mirror, it's a gun, right? Do we have the victim's costume? This one. Oh, okay. It's this one because this shows that the person was shot point blank range. Let's take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you will see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. The bullet hole one. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point blank range. Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Oldbeck saw at the stadium really was? Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn. Ah! Heh, look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then? And set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. That's the case. The murder must have been happened prior to that. The location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was in prison was. Got it. I know the real scene of the murder. In the haunted house. Because of the shattered mirror. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house? Yes, and I proved that it is highly likely that the victim was killed there. What proof? Let's prove the mirror. I jumped to conclusions. Too fast. This were inside the costume the victim was wearing. The fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't have exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume. Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. However, there's one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. That is a haunted house. Lance Armano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with the revolver in a haunted house. After that, you stole the Blue Badger mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger mobile was stolen confirms this act as fact.
Miles, my boy, say no more.
I'm sorry, Miss Armano, but I cannot do that. Be quiet.
Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense.
Ernest Armano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Cramps.
How dare you?
I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call this mere bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Sheena, was there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house. You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low. Probability? Ha 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 ha. Langzi says, on truth's path, the word probability does not exist. What bullshit is that? The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have the definitive proof you need? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you? Yeah. Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at a haunted house? The answer is no. See? So since you don't have any, shut up. I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at a haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Why in the world are you asking a werewolf for permission? A werewolf. Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing. Got it. That won't be a problem. What is important to me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Trish! Shina! I'm here. Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately. Understood. I'll go get the water group's approval. Who was that?
No. Let's hold off for a second. There's no need to obtain approval.
Mr. Amano?
Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this.
It's the chief of police again. What is this? Shna! It's the deed to the haunted house. Oh, he bought the haunted house. Okay. Oh boy. It's the deed. Read it out loud. Deepwater Land Inc. hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full cash. What?
As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you?
I ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye.
That $1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was.
Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now.
You used the ransom money.
My lad is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are. So if you would please discuss things with me from now on.
Discuss? What is there to discuss?
Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
Damn, Mr. Amano is not really a good person. And again, you know, kind of understandable. You're just trying to protect your son, your child. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us.
Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper.
Mr. Amano definitely has a deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? I leave it like this, the truth wouldn't be lost forever. To be continued. Wow, I thought this was the end. There's more. Oh boy, there's only a little bit left. I guess we'll continue. Oh boy. Well, this is a slightly long episode, I guess. Episode 2 is so long. Why is it so long? Okay, let me drink my thing. Maybe instead of puns, the names are ironic. Probably. Oh no, my keyboard's blinking red. Oh shit. I need batteries, so much batteries. I need to buy more batteries, man. I don't have batteries. I hope it can last. Probably will have to go get more battery after this session. Anyways, if I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, the truth will be lost. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Okay. Statuette, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. What is that? When the people are in a bind, hero justice appears to save the day. Look, just leave it to me. For I am Kei Faraday, second of the great Yatakarasu. I thought you were a thief, not a hero. Yatakarasu is noble, It's always a thief of justice. That's... of course. If we have enough information, I can recreate it inside of a haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. You may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang. Ah, so you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police reference documents?
Yes, sir. We got it just in case we need it for the kidnapping case.
Alright, I'll input the haunted house data. Then... magic.
What is this? Where are we?
Hey Naomi, welcome back. It's like we're inside a haunted house. Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the true slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at its truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Tomorrow's appraisal. I'm cooked. Oh no. Okay, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet. Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't. I'm going to make you do all the hard work. Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slump over the floor at the end of the hall. Eh? What was the badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it strange. However, I thought maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. In that case, I guess I'll just program the badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete. Wait. There's one powerful phone. Then I started walking towards the exit. That's when you were struck from behind, right? Yes. That's odd. The hallway's a dead end. Where did your assailant come from? There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here. I mean, yeah, super obvious. That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was, in fact, a costumed kidnapper. Oh, so he used the costume as a perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house. Precisely. Waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. I'm more surprised people just see K using the device and no one plus to steal it. Yeah, don't think anyone has that kind of a device. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I think I can think of no better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Walk, 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 walk. Well, Lance? What? What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, inputting new info now. Mr. Deacon was the Bad Badger, right? Since the Bad Badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I have to change it so the weapon's in its left hand. It's already wrong, but we can't confirm because it's us as the audience only seeing it. Now, to verify the facts of this recreation. Ba 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 ba. You didn't recreate a weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hand. Okay, then where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch! Sounds painful. Why are you smirking like that when you say it? It's just your imagination. Now, let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could be used as a weapon. Thinking something the culprit could use to hit you with. Broken pop sword. I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword that's made out of steel for some reason. Kaizi! Oh, thank you for the raid. Ah, it works now.
Oh no! Here, wait, hold on. I'll stop. Back up. Back way up.
Yeah, got around the halfway stream. Okay. Alright, take care, guys. Thank you for the raid. Oh, it's so good. Alright. Playing Repo. Don't know what their game is, but hope you had fun with your stream. And good night. Good night. Alright, I'm gonna just continue, I guess. Are you talking about this thing here? Yes, although we did find it at a kidnapper's hideout. Basically, the company found here. Oh! I see. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me. To leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. Okay, so what test do you want to run on this sword? Luminol. The culprit was wearing costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto it. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Shna, call the lab boys. Understood. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Culprit hit me in the right temple area with this. Now if Emma was here, we'd have an instant luminol test. Yeah. Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of evidence. So it doesn't make sense, right? If I was hit here, and the next instant dispatcher will swing his next left arm completely with weapon in hand. Yes, to club me with the left side of the prop sword. Can I recreate a moment of impact? I want to see the pain expression on your face. It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. It's just my imagination. Or is something not quite right? Yeah, if I get bonked, so it should be on the right side of the blade, having blood on the sword, right? So this is the problem, and then this is the solution, right? I'm gonna check it out again. Oh man. There's something wrong. To use the sword. Okay, either that or apparently the dossier. Yeah. Eureka! Finally, I found a clear contradiction of facts about this sword. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side. The opposite side? Huh? Oh yeah, opposite side. If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would hit. I see. Blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you. Exactly. This prop sword has a large hand guard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, if it couldn't be the left hand or both hands, it must have been the right. I'll change the data to reflect a right-handed swing. Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'll only create a new contradiction. Conflict with what? With the gun hand. Right? Or victim's costume. The gun hand or victim's costume? I don't know, man, bruh. Missing gun model or the gun hand, okay. The bad badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition. That's right. What now? If it wasn't in his left or his right hand, it means that the one who struck me could have not been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Ugh. Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as the primary suspect. Ugh. Fine. It was me. I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance. Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. Well, you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger. You got it. Here I go! I would like to object to that statement as I can't even do that with my dominant hand. What? You can't try to kill someone with your not dominant hand? Well, I mean, I don't think I've picked up a real sword ever, but I really think a sword is quite heavy. Even though it's like about 2 to 3 pounds, and I guess that's like, it means like at least it's 1 kg. At least 1 kg heavy, so it's very heavy for a weapon, right? Swords are extremely light. Let me see what's the average weight of a sword, of a long sword, I guess. 2 to 3 pounds, so 1.1 to 1.6 kilograms. It's not really that heavy. But to swing it properly, you still probably need 2 hands instead of just 1 hand, I guess. Yeah, a longsword is a 2-handed weapon, so if you try to swing with 1 hand, it's still pretty hard. Anyways, so that means our Lance Armato is actually quite strong. Or either that or this prop sword is actually is way heavier than an actual sword for some reason. I don't know, like when you look at it, it's kind of like pretty thick, right? pretty thick sword. Anyhow, it's actually harder to hurt someone. Yeah. Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me. Alright, all we have to do is examine this new recreation, and also, even though Lance, if let's say at this point Lance is not a murderer, he has committed, you know, grievous bodily harm against Miles, so there's another another crime, a criminal offense that he can be charged for. Ha 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 ha. What exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Shna? Yes, that's all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Ashwood would bring out the best in each other. You've had a little fun, but now it's my turn, I've said quietly by listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm going to let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house. What may that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Shina? Here you are. Is there some point to their names? One's Shina, one's Shlong. Shna Shlong. Shna Shlong? That's a full name. That's a full name. Shna. Shlong. Her age is question mark, apparently. Now then, what you missed, girlie? It's written right here in this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger. Okay. What is this? I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics, and as you can see, they set a door at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. But there only exists 2 dolls, right? One is being used by Meekins, and the other one is used by Lawrence Pops. How can this be? That throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window. Ugh. But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hit the door somewhere, and then he lay down and pretended to be it instead. If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? Also, didn't Lance just confess? Why is he objecting to this confession? You get it now. Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. I'll get you off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit, not until I can declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. Well, see if I care. Okay, I'm updating recreation now. We're relying on this this technology so heavily. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden. Edward has no special powers. What can he do? Oh, wait. What did he say? If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go! Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right. Okay, let's go look at the slump badger. Or maybe the mirror. When you take a look around it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Indeed. Who has ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before? At least we know this is a real crime scene, thanks to the mirror shots. Ah. Hey, wait, these shots, there's something different about them. Oh? The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shots from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too. Pieces from the costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? Different from the mirrors on the walls, very thick and has a design on the back. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house. I bet the one who killed this blue badger was a bad badger, right? According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy. All because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun. Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Shamrai and the evil magistrate. What?
No, what's this? Ah, it's salty. Subway. I'm suddenly eating food given by my wife. I'm not sure I can do anything yet, so I'm gonna check on other places. Oh wait, probably there's a problem. I can just immediately do it, but otherwise, this is where the proto badger shows up in our recreation. Yes. Now the question is, where did he come from? Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model. There must be an inconsistency somewhere. Yeah, the inconsistency is... Can I connect anything yet? Nothing. Inconsistency is this. That there's no more badger suits, I think. The blue badger is Lauren Pops, the pro badger is Lance Armano, bad badger is Oliver Deacon. But that I'm not too sure. Mickens is the other one who has the blue badger, so can there really be a third suit? Let me look at the guide. Reduce the belt. Oh, the belt is wrong. The belt is wrong, right? Or something. Let me look at it. The Bible. And here. Wait. Oops. Let me look at it again. It's inverted, right? Or something? Is inversion really that important? Magic photo rally. Cork? Yeah, I guess it's all about the inversion. That's a really subtle thing that has not come up ever. Hold on a second there. There's something wrong with this blue badger. Huh? Like what?
The weight about this on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? It can't be. I inputted image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then, why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Oh, because it's a mirror? I'm guessing. This is a mirror. The blue badger in the pamphlet photo is in reverse to the regular blue badger. But why? There must be some sort of explanation. Mirror shots. This? I feel like I need to connect these two together, right? Yeah. Joy! Okay, do you remember what you said earlier? What? I said earlier about what? About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors. A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image. Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one. And was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror... Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right? And all this mystery would have been resolved if we could just actually go to the actual house. Then Mr. Armando is wasting our time so much. Precisely, I was deceived. The hallways was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me. Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. We created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose. One I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall. Can I? Different from the mirrors on the walls, very thick and has a design on the back. Is this it? Is this it's the mirror fragment? Or not? It's not. It's this again. Oh, so that it can appear and disappear. Oh yeah. I'm dumb. As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of its attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. I mean, they built the mirror for that trick alone. But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there. That was true. At the time, however, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall, I think. Oh wait, no, move the blue badger? No, move the mirror wall. Or dim the lights? Or dim the lights? I feel like it could be dim lights then rather than moving the mirror wall, right? It could be a mirror wall. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. Oh yeah. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created. Oh, so when they wanted to make people see the blue badger, they would open the mirror. When they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. It's very convoluted, but okay. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them. Ah, and if the pattern is the same on the other walls in this hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here. Take that! There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and was here. My assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, and you wouldn't be able to see him. You didn't even need to do anything to the blue badge at all. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. Yes? Well, shouldn't the mirror all be broken right now, in reality? Since we have a few shots of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found this inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. Leave the money and go now. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information. Heck, don't scare me like that. Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway? If you could first recreate this hallway just before I enter the dining room. You got it. And we're doing all this investigation and a bunch of people is just standing there looking at us. They're like, huh, they're taking quite a bit of time, aren't they? Now this. I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. Then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of mirror shattering. You heard what? Then... Yes, I believe it was then that mirror was broken. Okay, so then when you step outside into the hallway again, the mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that. Got it. Shatter mirror. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Miss Edgeworth? Ah, that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think this will about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything. No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice. This recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. Inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies here, I think. The end of the hallway. Hey, take a good look at the end of the hall. Well, there's no blue badger there. Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. Last remaining contradiction. So let me get this straight. When he came out of the dining room, he saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. I think it's Deacon? That's Deacon's body, yeah, probably. Victim's costume. Yeah, it's him. That's him! The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. Everyone just watching them cook. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, The hallway mirror wall was broken. Also, it's very strange that the mirror broke, but we didn't hear a gunshot at all. Was the mirror breaking louder than a gunshot, or it was muffled by it? It's very strange. Ha! You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me you missed the sound of the gunshot? Yeah, actually yes. There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time, all for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Aya! Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was a victim at a haunted house? Ark! Who was the one who had upon opportunity rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? Was you, Lance Armano. I'm sorry. Yes, beat the hell of a rich kid. It's not like I have a choice. I leave it to me all of a sudden. You stabbed to find right after I hung up with you. You shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. I put a musket to his body and shattered the mirror. If I had taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one who found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? Sorry.
See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself.
That remains to be seen, and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. Heh, as if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest this tool and get them out of my sight.
Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should be arresting is Lance.
Dad! Okay, why did it fall down? Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Armano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. Yeah, I guess, yeah, all his actions have been very sus. By the way, do you know why I'm really here?
And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question?
You wound me. I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know?
You came to see me?
What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Armano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Shna! It's known as the KG8 incident. KG8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good. Then you recall the trigger in that case was the Armana Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling. That's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Armano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Devore. Father, even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devore, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Armano. Mr. Devore was arrested in place of you, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hit him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret.
Now. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. He's sweating bullets. What the? Who the heck was that? What? Oh, so this is all happening before. Oh yeah. This is all before the first episode. I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. Oh no, I don't know how to do his voice again. And who the heck are you? I'm Jax Portsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Oh, Jax, thank goodness you're here.
Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, real prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So, if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the two suspects.
Sir.
Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is there any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with the lands that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. Totally not because I suck at my investigation. Could you just work harder yourself then? Yeah. So, how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. Heh, it's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Miss Armano and the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. Tish, what the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Miss Armano. Must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about fraud evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. These guys really bring that because I think your guy just showed up and then he just ignored him. Not that I remember who it actually was. Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years? Every defendant must be found guilty? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So, don't you forget it. Okay. Please, wait. Agent Shina, Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhengfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revealed. But that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. It was all because of the courts. How can that be? The prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. The evidence purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. So, Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim, we better catch up. Yes, hopefully we'll all be safe. Yeah. We still got to deliver that thing to the old man after all. I don't know how to voice it, damn. Oh, it's still that girl over there. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out of ourselves.
Yeah, are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office? Totally nothing would happen, right?
No problem, sir.
Excuse me?
Yes, what is it?
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
Guess I was fooled really badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. Ah, there she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I've no idea. Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning, he had no interest in the stage self-abduction. Wait, then why did he? I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops. Me? Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Devore into cooperating. Father, as a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Armano family butler, at the very least he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do. That was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak on your mind. That is... Thank you very much. You're welcome. Although, there's no need to thank me. No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you. Okay. Right. It's totally nothing there's nothing misunderstood. Hehe, looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Way to go, sir.
Your technique is way beyond the level of great thief. Oh, what are you going on about now? Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
Oh, I have a reason, you know. It's because I'm gay. Mr. Edgeworth is just, you know, he can't see the signs because he doesn't swing that way. He only sees the sign with Phoenix. That's your headcanon. Yes, that's my headcanon. Does he seem interested in anyone really? Other than Phoenix, right? Naomi? Oh man. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know?
What do you mean, pal? Mr. Ashworth, how do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Gummy?
Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promise I'll return this to you one day, remember? That's... Dun, dun, dun. Another episode. That single piece of cloth took me back, far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then child Kay and Detective Gumshoe. The end. I don't know, you tell me. Phoenix had an ex he could always reunite with, though at this point it seems unlikely with his time skip. Phoenix can be bi, you know? Phoenix can be bi. Man. Anyways. This will be it. Fair point, yeah. Alright, that was nice. Kinda easy at the end in terms of like revealing all the plot and stuff. But yeah. I guess we're taking a break from the Shilong Lang's voice acting. And until next time. Take stretching so hard, but works too. Okay. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm stretching at all. Their Miles and Phoenix relationship is so tight, you know. And Phoenix has been like, I would say Miles, Phoenix has been the only person Miles have shown vulnerability and like and all that stuff, and being tsundere as well. But no, that's my headcanon. Anyhow, this will be it for anyone that's watching right now. Thank you so much for I don't know, supporting, for watching, and I hope you enjoy this. We'll be continuing next session, which is a totally entire new episode. Damn, this was a long session. Did I save already? Yeah, I already saved. Okay, all right. Without further ado, all right, take care, everyone. Bye bye. Stay hopeful. Be critical. Okay.